What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
You good? What's wrong?
What happened?
What's up, guys? We got some tales for y'all. I'm one of your hosts, Jhordy.
It's your boy Scopic, aka Jakel, aka Miguel.
I'm Heber.
We got some tales for y'all. And I wanted to dive into this one.
Right.
And I want to talk about this occurrence. I went to this park recently, and one of these on the thought, because usually, fuck.
What happened when we went to the park?
So much. That's the thing.
Right.
Because I'm learning to be more intensely in the moment, and this is part in the park where it's a bridge, and when you get to the bridge, all the birds are there. All the birds are there, and like I love that place. That's like I'm pretty sure that's my favorite place, and I need to take y'all. But in being there, it showed me the thoughts that came up. That thoughts the on just the cruelty of my mind in a sense, or the dramatic amount of what these thoughts are, and it started showing me my mindset that I have. And in saying that, it showed me like that mindsets and ideas are just applicable to your own. So it made me dive into this, and I wrote out how nature makes you view your mindset. And in saying that, it let me let me view my mindset, but in a way that it let me just listen and just made me just be with it. And this made me empathize with myself pretty deeply, on the sense that these thoughts are not the person not the person who I have to be. And these thoughts are just the mindset I've been grown up or just happen to become. And I have the willpower to get out of this, because once you notice those thoughts that are just so monkey brain, as they call it, and you just realize you don't have to hold on to them.
Right.
And
Just
it's
kind of seeing
really
them fly by.
really
Almost.
life changing.
I really see it like a visual of them like kind of passing by.
That's exactly what I mean. Like I really like when you just with yourself, and you just any thoughts just, and you really like, okay, I don't have to attach myself to like this. Like if I'm being cruel to myself, if I'm being cruel to, if I'm just having stress, I'm like, oh, I'm stressed out, but like I'm outside, I'm not even there, and I'm thinking about that shit, and I'm not even there, and like that's not life anymore. That's just the past, and that's not even there. And it's like I have to be here to really pay attention to my mindset, and from my mindset, I can choose who I want to become in the right now. Nature is incredibly grounding to me, and every time I've gone out and I see why multiple people, I'm talking about when Nathaniel Drew goes on daily routines and tries out daily routines, and how they go in nature a lot, and it can be very grounding for ideas.
Right. So would you say you don't think so much like past the obviously when you're out there it is it's beautiful and so it's like you might be in awe, right? But like do you ever like think further on like the complexities of what you're looking at? Because it seems like more so like you're going
Hell yeah,
inside
bro.
of your mind, or like what would you say?
Yeah, because like once I view my mindset, it's like this shit doesn't fucking matter, bro.
Well, I
And
mean
it's
like
like
I'm sorry, I mean visually, like like in the nature, in the
Yeah, yeah,
conflict.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
like, okay, the thoughts are distracting me from the fucking nature because I'm in
Right.
my head, bro.
Right. Right. Right.
I was like, okay, get the fuck out of my way. Then it's like, I'm here. Yeah, I'm on this bridge, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at these birds, and these birds calling themselves, and I hear so many different birds, all these whistles. There's a I don't know how it goes, and I just every time I listen to that, I hear that one. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite one. Oh, that's my favorite one. But I don't know what it means to them. Like I wonder what they're saying to each other. Oh, they just want to
I see
fuck or
what
some
you
shit.
yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
really, yeah, it's so like complex and like all the communications. And I was seeing all the little groups they have, the groups of birds, and how they find like communities and shit. Like they all flock with each other. And I was seeing the squirrels, and I was seeing a squirrel like dig up shit. I'm like, bro, he getting nuts right now. He digging nuts. Like this is full planning,
Haha.
like for the future type shit.
And right before your
Man, it's
eyes.
incredible. Everything life, man. And I was seeing all the different species of plants, all the grass, all everything, the flowers and shit. It's incredible. All these ecosystems, how nature will always make a way. Like,
It's
you
pretty
know how we
cool.
made bridges and shit? You know how we made bridges?
Yeah.
Nature makes bridges naturally. And we're just like, oh, that's a good idea. And we made a fucking bridge. It's everything is already there, man.
Good
Like
point.
planes, we looked at a fucking bird, we're like, oh, we did that.
It's
We
another
did
good
it.
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. 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 All of our ideas came from, or not all, but well, maybe all came from nature because
No, fucking all.
it's
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
all,
shit.
huh?
In a sense, yeah, because
Like,
like
because that's what
literally,
all your influences were nature, and so that's what the only thing that you could think, and so it's like, but sure there was self philosophies, but that's just internal, like that goes to the mind, and
but like guys, like not only does it like influence nature and like make you like, look at like everything in nature is what we have today, but like the number one thing that every building has today is wood. Like not only does it
is that
influence the
true though?
mind,
You can't always knock on wood. You like,
Not,
where is it at? Where is it?
like literally everything we have today is from nature. Clothing is made out of cotton. Houses are made out of fucking wood. Like, bro, like literally everything from nature is like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just but
such a dumb fucking joke, bro.
what joke?
Yeah, but everything is made out nature.
So it's
It
like
was that good. Dude.
nature is life, bro.
Nature's
And
For
life,
sure,
bro.
for
it's
sure.
cool how you
We're
mentioned
in.
how like nature makes bridges, you know? It's like sometimes it has a mind of its own, dude. Like it literally has a mind of its own.
It
It's
has a
insane.
mind of its own. It does. Like it
There,
does
it's
everything it needs to
living,
do.
bro. It's
Do you think it
living,
has a heart of its own, or
Oh
do you
my
think
god.
it's ruthless?
dude. It's, I mean, we can't comprehend, dude.
True.
We truly
Yeah.
can't, like, we just can't comprehend being alive in that sense.
Dude, real shit. What if nature's
Fuck.
God?
I mean,
In
dude,
this,
that's
I,
like, calm down, bro.
I
We here with
literally,
him, bro.
bro, I literally believe in God because of nature, man. Because it's just like, okay,
Makes sense.
fuck. There was a quote.
There's
I
a lot
wish I
of
had
like
it.
relative theories, I guess, that have like he's so
Because
great.
like,
Man.
nature is everything, right? Like literally everything. Like really, because we just isolated in this fucking box, bro, in the internet.
In our
But
Earth,
really, this is nature, and like this is nature.
on
Okay,
planet Earth. Like,
we become we live we're some suburban dudes, so we're detached from nature, right? Like we live in a fucking box, and we're detached, and we have little trees like boom, boom, boom. This is nature. This is nothing. This is not nature. This is like this is our
yeah,
image of like yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
And that's why I remember talking about this on the other podcast about the like I want to build like a fucking school surrounded in damn nature, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
I'm like good luck getting
it's so
resourced.
important to me.
Imagine. No, I'm fine. But no, I get you. It's
Nature,
uh,
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
how nature, how how nature, like to live the life like nature is, like,
Mm.
and nature is extremely adaptful. It adapts. Like it has a purpose. The purpose is to grow, right? And
Right.
Yeah.
that's its purpose, I guess,
Yeah.
and to manifest more of itself. So, like, if we manifest ourselves completely and just go with the
Right. Right.
flow of nature, we're gonna be completely like
Grow.
it's never just like, bro. It's like the bridges are
What do you mean
like
exactly?
that, man.
So
Because
there.
okay,
This it relates to like human nature, you know, like what's our nature essentially, you know. I thought of it
Like
analogously.
just letting it all grow out, or what?
Well, the fact that plants grow and they and they're serving a purpose essentially, right? And so it's
mhm.
like, you know, like I imagine, you know, that there's like videos of like plants, you know, like surfing through like get trying to reach the light essentially, you know, like
Yeah.
their purpose is to live in this way, right?
Right.
To grow, like Chris said, to grow. Their purpose is to
Okay.
grow mainly, right?
Okay.
And so in
All
my
right.
head instantly went to analogous to humans, and how our, like, I guess purpose is like firstly to think, and then obviously the primal stuff first. Obviously the primal stuff first, but then it's like
No, but the first thing is to reproduce, man.
primal stuff, and then it's like the first purpose is to think, and then thinking leads to wanting to do things, and essentially creation, and you know you know, expression of creation, and you know, taking in the
But the
expression
thing is,
of nature. But yeah.
the thing is, the primal state is creation, man.
What do you mean what are you on about? The
Bro, we make
Oh
human
yeah,
beings,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Oh, so just to so
We're
hmm
always
hmm.
creating, man.
Okay.
We
So
are artists, man.
I guess I'm trying to damn, I guess I'm trying to wonder if the Maslow hierarchy of needs is like a guaranteed next step for civilizations, you know. But yeah, that's a different discussion because we're the
I
only
think
civilization.
100%. I 100% think if all our needs are met in the world, we would like we would go like so high in the humanity.
Yeah, 100%.
And different topic, never mind. I was like,
You
the
think?
reason is like, man, a lot of poor places in the world, and if we fix the poverty in the world, and we meet the basic needs so they can fulfill themselves, a lot will come.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back. That's a whole different thing. Um, you know how I was talking about the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nature goes its own way. You know how? Okay. You know how we're going to the park and there's a there's a sidewalk. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The cement
Yes.
sidewalk,
Sidewalks.
Yes.
pavement.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's sidewalks. And you know, on the sides of sidewalks, there's other paths, like literally like this, but going through, like it's like the sidewalk is here, but there's also another way on the grass, and someone else walked there so much and made a new path,
Oh,
but it's not
okay. Yeah.
sidewalk. It's just like
Yeah. Or like if a car
so.
drives
There's
over
so
it,
many.
type shit.
Yeah. So I saw this post on TikTok. It was just the desired paths are unplanned small trails created by the mechanical erosion caused by humans or animal traffic. These paths signify the initial path's design failed to connect to human behavior. The endless human desire to have a choice. The importance of not having someone choose your own path. Now, this kind of correlates, but I'm talking about this bridge shit. And it's like we can like and nature always makes its own way. Like it chooses its own. Maybe I don't know if it chooses, but
It
fucking.
finds a way.
Yeah,
But
bro.
It always finds its
yeah,
way. So my biology teacher said.
but I always I want to circle back to nature viewing your mindset, and I want to mainly talk about that because there's the very beautiful nature and awe. It's incredible, but
Right.
the 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 help of what nature can bring to one. because if you just ignore yourself, as in like the thoughts, or just not even like if you attach yourself, I mean, to the thoughts, because I feel like this is like a very helpful way to detach yourself from the thoughts, your thoughts, because you're so overwhelmed by the beauty of the world, right? If you're into that, then it's like, okay, now look at the thoughts that come in your head. Do you want to be that? Is that the person you generally want to be and associate? Like, is this a person you would talk to? If this person was quoting this stuff to you, if this person was always fucking mean to you as the way you are in your head, are you gonna speak to this person? So it's like this is it's been very helpful, very grounding for me
Yeah.
for how nature. So
Nature does
it's like
do
I
that.
really know how to. Yeah, it's like really like have you guys ever experienced this in like what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, man. Dude, I've had my run in with nature a couple times in my life, bro. Let me just tell you that. Yeah, bro. I remember when I was a lot younger, I used to ride bikes a lot. I was an outdoors kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't in the house playing the game. I was out and about. But I really at a young age was really
I
into like going into like the woods and shit. And I will say, bro, like being there, like I would even have dreams about that shit at like at night and shit and like doing what I was doing. Cause I remember I used to make like fucking uh like forts and shit, bro.
really
Yeah, I mean, it took a minute, but like I remember like one time it took like 6 months to make this little fort, but literally like one day like winds were fucking stupid and it flooded and it fucking got nene,
Flooded.
but yeah,
By the winds.
I remember like it was
classic
just
Nate.
anyways, nature is in my heart, right? But what's it called? It's just beautiful, man. But like the second time I got really into it was during my quote unquote spiritual awakening back in like 2020
Yeah, when
when
you
I was going through like I was going
no,
through something.
earlier I was thinking like nature is a very spiritual thing for a lot of people, you know, or just because of just or at least that's just a thought that occurred. It's very just
Don't
like
get me wrong, it's very good to tap in with yourself and know how you're feeling and aware of like what you're thinking and all
oh
that
yeah, the
and like
term grounded. That's
definitely grounded, bro. Being grounded and shit. But yeah, bro, it's just it was
Now let
definitely a time when
I,
I was really into nature.
I was thinking like
Sorry, I'm setting my
earlier.
lounge.
I think I can see how it can make you think more rationally of thoughts that are flying by, maybe
Mm.
by because you're in a different space. And obviously because of because of the space. Um, yeah. Well, you said you're going to say something, Chris?
yeah, I was gonna ask y'all how important do you feel nature want how important do you guys feel nature is to one's life?
Essential.
100%.
Necessary, more than
This
necessary. You can't live without it. It is something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you literally wouldn't have around you. I guarantee you within a 3 feet, 2 feet radius, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like it's something that
what do you how do you feel about people
will forever have
that don't
changed our lives. Excuse me. Sorry.
how do you feel about people who basically it's not a nature person?
Um, how I feel
They
about
gonna
people who
be
are not
one.
nature people. I respect everybody's beliefs on whatever it is that they choose to believe or not. But
He's like, I
yeah,
don't fuck with him though. He's
nah, no, it's different perspective, bro. Like I haven't met somebody really truly like that. I understand people like hate getting bit by mosquitoes in the woods, but like for people to like truly say like they don't fuck with nature, I just
no.
think
This whole time
like
it has been hard to conceive a like what the steel man for that is. I guess
true.
because I mean
Dirty, smell.
You said what the fuck? No, but
Like, where are you going, bro?
no,
Nah, but
no. I think I think we have to try to steel man this though because
yeah, because
I
it's like,
think
what does it mean to hate nature essentially, or
no,
not
no,
fuck with nature?
I don't think any, but well, I don't think anybody truly hates nature unless I think the conditions would have to be like some allergy or like some medical thing,
Right.
or
It's tied to something personally, bro,
yeah, or trauma, right? Or
or
trauma.
trauma inducing. Yeah.
And if outside of those two things, I think everybody should enjoy nature. But the people that might not be nature people are just people that don't get nature often.
They just not tapped in. I fuck with you.
They just
Yeah,
they just
absolutely.
don't get that often.
Yeah, and like all respect to that, like
And
it's.
then, dude, instantly, dude,
I ain't gonna
I
bash
thought
you.
of like these pro gamers because like they essentially play like 16 hours a day every day. And,
Dude,
like that's their life.
they literally just
And like
sleep
I'm
and
like,
play. Wow.
I
Dude,
don't know. I
what's in
don't
that
know.
G Fuel, bro?
A little bit of caffeine.
A little bit. A lot of what? Man, shit. Nah, but I hear you though, bro.
That shit
Like
good.
they literally just don't fuck with nature at all. You know what I'm saying? Like their nature
You
is
can't say it like
indoors.
that. I think that's a bit
It's
aggressive. I think that's a bit aggressive for
Okay,
how I
okay, yeah,
just
that is
defined
pretty
them. Come
aggressive.
on,
Hey, gotta
man.
check your boy on God, bro. I was being a little too aggressive there. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. All love, all love, all love.
Like it's
What
that
happened to
game
respect?
Hey man, you're right. You're right. See, self correction, always room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
man.
right. They definitely don't
It's
spend
like
as much time
so.
in nature as like for other people. But yeah, what were you saying,
But
Chris?
the thing I think I want to do when this is just besides the point though.
For sure.
The thing I want to do with nature. I've been talking about it, and I need to write down and actually plan this shit. I
Yeah.
want to go on every. I want to go on every trail that's like in our city
Yeah.
first. Then I want to go on every trail in the area
Mm.
in the metroplex. Then I want to go on every trail in Texas. I want to do that before. I want to do
Texas.
that, man. Like I really want to. Texas,
I'm
bro.
like Texas is a scary place, brother. I'm not playing. I don't know.
Dude, you
I don't know.
definitely
Where
gotta
you
I
watch
don't
do
out
know.
for
that?
poison
Dude,
ivy, brother.
like buddy, I've only been here like.
Listen, well, man, I
I figured
definitely
one.
root for your shit, and I promise you, it's possible if you put
For
your levels
sure.
into it.
For
It's
sure.
definitely possible if you put your, you know what I'm saying? Like David Goggins said, your blood, sweat, and tears, and
This
probably
guy.
like 6 other things. But what's it called? Con cuidado, brother. I salute to you.
He's like, there's some dangerous trails out there. But you got this, bro.
Damn, you gonna leave me hang on? Fuck you. No, I'm sorry. He's like, oh shit. Okay, okay, yeah. Shit, ow, bro. You'll bring hurt, bro. Shit. I fuck with shit. He's like, take that shit off, bro. If you gonna dab me up again, fuck. Look at that. I'm like, bruh, like my shit looking like a fucking like, I don't know, bro. My shit looking like hazel peanut Nutella shit, bro. Heber got like gray eyes over there, you know.
What
He
is
think he
gray
cute or whatever.
eyes? What is
Heber
gray?
has no eyes, bro.
Heber's soulless, bro.
But Heber is so.
That's funny as fuck to say for some reason.
Like guys, I think I have a very loving soul.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
I love
Bro?
you. You guys
No,
want to talk about no?
No, bro, we gotta talk about something else. What's it called? So, lastly, we're gonna talk about
Okay.
Heber. We're not gonna talk about Heber, but Heber has something to bring up. Well, unless he wants to talk about
No,
Heber.
no. Listen,
What's up, Chris?
Damn, what's up, Jhordy?
Okay.
On your name
We didn't
tag.
go with the flow. What's it called?
Mm. Shit, we talking about
It
souls.
comes to it comes to a point when we're talking to people, and
Oh shit. Okay.
it comes to the point where we're talking to people, and we put our preconditioned thoughts onto them instinctively, human
Absolutely.
nature type shit.
Damn, I wish I had
And
one.
it's
Yeah.
it's been a thing, or trying to really build this muscle in my soul to listen to people without judging, and I feel they can be in enormous benefit from just getting out of your own ass and actually like being there with the person, and just like us accepting them as whatever comes out, and rather than um, holding them to the past and just really being there for the person who whatever thing is gonna come out. It's pretty incredible in retrospect of the complexity of a human being. It's like how much can actually come through if you just let them go.
Yeah, because say you ask somebody like a quick question, like what's your occupation, right? And they give a quick response, like uh, quick response to occupation, and it's like you judge what their occupation is like by just the name, right? And so it's like you need to listen to them, or you need to ask more questions about it to have a more accurate judgment, to understand this part of their mind more accurately, so that that judgment can be so you could, and only at that point you should allow yourself to hold that judgment sturdier. Um, Early stages of judgment should be kept to yourself, because or not held on to, actually, or at least try to not hold on to them strongly. Yeah.
So when is it okay in when is it okay to be judgmental?
Well, you're always going to be judgmental. When is it okay to be judgmental? I mean, whenever you, well, it's, I mean, it's a little, I feel like it's a little bit of intuition and good intention, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah. Because the person by person scenario, and also, topic by topic on the aspect of this person, you know what I mean? Make sure you know all the relating aspects to whatever the issue that you want to judge on or say something on, but yeah. And if anything, just ask more questions to have a stronger hold on to judgment, because that's how you essentially that's how you can be more assured of yourself in your judgment.
I feel like we would cure all the problems in the world. That's a big statement. I feel like we would get so much done if communication was probably like the first law of the world,
Mm.
to be as expressive as we can and really try to understand each other rather than try to be right or wrong.
Like, what's the First Amendment, bro? Like, freedom of speech. No, but I get what you're
Freedom
saying.
of speech, but it
Yeah,
doesn't mean
communication is
understand
different.
each other.
I for sure. No, 100%. Um, it's I mean, it's a difficult problem. It's a problem,
Yeah, I always think of that Matthew McConaughey shit. Or like they're trying to understand each other better than rather than be right or wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
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 man.
I'm talking about.
and it's it's the power of, I think, or Lex Friedman likes to believe that, just through conversation is, and understanding each other through conversation, person by person conversation, it's it could save the world, essentially, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that as like speaking can save the world. We
To
can talk
understand
about
each
what we
other,
need.
Talk your shit,
Yeah,
and coming
someone
in with
else
that
will talk.
intention is important, obviously, but yeah. Again,
because like so
There's
many
definitely
wars would
someone
not.
else out there that feels the
yeah,
same
yeah,
way you do. Yeah.
that's how you solve wars, essentially, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or that's how that's a belief on how, that's shit, I fuck with it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
You're
if
not the
we
only one, bro.
like in my understanding, like I'm not really that deep in research in the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Is like you need oil type shit, Russia, and just trying to
Absolutely.
get more oil,
Part.
and it's like, damn, bro, like you taking this shit about forest type B. What if like Ukraine went into a deal, like we all win, you know what I mean? But like then the price of oil will be different if we all agree on it. Then it was like, okay, whenever we all our needs, it's like what actually is valuable in the world and how can we
Mm.
progress? But
There's just so many components
first
now
off,
that just affect that.
Communication is very difficult for them.
Yeah, well,
Communication, because of policies, or policies, or regulations have destroyed communication.
okay, I feel that communication is just to see the truth of each other,
Yeah,
and from there we can choose
but
what
right? But obviously on the world scale, it's like
They
on
do
the
they do I
on,
can't see you, bro. I'm sorry. Like I really can't. Yeah, like I don't know your lips
on
type
the
shit.
world
So
rude.
power scale, it's like it's a different notion of like you can't be vulnerable. You know, that's how the world nation feel. The nations feel they can't be vulnerable because that's you know they have fucking nukes. You know, like fucking it's like it's out of fear. I guess so. Um, I guess it's like and it's also too many conversations for them to be. There's so many conversations that they gotta have to resolve this issue, right? And it's like it's such a some things some things have to entirely be explained for there to potentially be a solution. So it's like so much work that they're just not willing to like kind of like they're like let's think of a quicker solution, because it's like it's difficult, it's just damn, it's crazy. I'm like how I see no solution in sight, but there has to be a solution.
yeah, I was gonna ask you like, do you think
But there
we're
has
gonna
to be.
get there?
I don't know
Yeah, do
exactly
you
how.
think?
But I think, but this system. I think it maybe once like it would have to be in a whole different system of regulation. I think regulations have to change. Like right now, obviously, like with even like instantly, I kind of thought of like crypto because crypto is like evolving faster than regulators can even understand, and so it's like already massive flaw in regulation. They don't understand how to regulate this technology because they don't understand the technology, and it's like and so that goes
But
into every other sector, and so it's like fuck this and fuck.
wait. Is it because it's so much? It's too overwhelming that it's like I don't know how it's gonna be done. Is it that?
It's a lot of problems that I don't essentially I don't know exactly. I don't know the
Okay.
accurate numbers on, but
Yeah, there's statistics behind this shit.
yeah, but there's a lot. Yeah.
I think in my head, in my plan, I see a plan. I feel if people became to reality of their life, just saw their life as what it
Yeah,
is, and
for sure.
spoke about what they needed,
Yeah,
what they actually need,
yeah,
it would just say, basically tell you, what are my problems? Because we naturally are problem. So like we want to like if I tell you my life and you would tell me your opinion on it, and it's like, okay, this is the solution to your shit. So
No, I hate that shit.
but the thing is, that's feedback. If you give
But
me music and
yeah,
tell you you can be better if you do this,
uh-huh.
and it's like, nah.
No, that's
It's like,
constructive criticism. I fucks with that. But I'm saying, like, say for example, like someone's looking into your life, like, hey, you know, this is how my life's going. It's like, bro, like you could totally like do this, bro. Like,
Miguel just doesn't like it being intrusive.
no, I don't like assumptions being made.
uh,
You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you mean by that. I understand what you mean by that, as in like why you in my life type shit. But I'm trying to meet your needs, not
but
like I'm trying to like.
I would say it only refers to
Is
if
this
you
hurt?
ask. It's if you ask for help. I would say if only it only relates to that.
Yeah, like we have to see our lives. What do we need? It's like you're asking for help.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I need this. I'm lacking food. Like, I'm lacking this shit. Like, I'm
Well, go
lacking
get it.
sources for my.
Miguel has a problem with asking for help.
If you say go get it and you can't, the truth, the reality of your life that is really hard to get it, or is like inaccessible to
Ain't no such
get
thing as
this.
handouts. You finna get it
And
yourself, man.
You think you gotta do everything in this world yourself?
that's
Came
what
here
you
alone.
call
I die alone. You know what I'm saying?
Like nah, you
Nah, I'm
got
fucking
people
with y'all.
around you.
So flicking ass. It's just, I don't know, man. I guess there's definitely like it's an understanding, you know. Like, hey, bro, Heber, give me a sandwich. All right, bro, I'll make you a sandwich.
It's not.
Gives me a
That's
sandwich,
a terrible
and then
example.
understanding that, like, all right, bro,
I ain't making no damn sense. I got
like I
nothing.
did you up. You know what I'm saying? So I communicated.
Oh,
So
right. Man,
even
that
if
make
he
no
didn't
fucking
make
sense.
me the
Goddamn, what
sandwich,
the
I would
fuck?
understand where he's coming from because he would tell me, you know, why he wouldn't make me the sandwich, and I'll be like, okay, you know what? That makes more sense. I understand. Like either way, like communicating regardless of what the outcome is, always very essential. So 100%, man.
But to talk about this sandwich predicament,
It's more so
if you can make your own
hypothetical,
fucking,
but what about it? Or
if you can
if
make your own fucking sandwich, and you're very capable, and you're just wanting someone else to do something for you that you can do yourself, then you
yeah,
have to see the reality of what you can do yourself. Then this
shit
is not
example.
really correlated.
Heber's right. It was a shit example, but you're right. If you're more than capable to, then yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm also like, you know what?
Talking about what you
Go
can
get it
do.
yourself.
Miguel thinks he's more than capable to do anything. That is all.
But do
What?
you understand what I'm trying? You're saying you're more than capable to do it.
No, I said
You're
that.
capable of doing it. But I'm talking about if you truly can't have it because your life situation doesn't allow you to have this.
Yeah, and then you go
That's when you
asking for help. Like, I need help.
Damn, I get it
and
now.
I need
you
help.
really
I
don't
need
have.
help. Okay.
Damn, you know
If
what?
you
I think
can't
I
make
just
a sandwich,
I have a hard time with vulnerability, but you're right. You're right.
He's like, fuck. He's
But I think I will say though, I think I'll just shut the fuck up on that because it will get very radical. But I mean no harm, man. I really don't. I just can go really into depth about it, because I kind of have a thought or two on it, but definitely don't want to talk about this really to that level of depth. Ah, shit, I said too much, huh? All right, so basically, bro, I just feel like
I was gonna ignore
fucking, I
you.
fucking speak my whole life story. Nah, what you gotta say, Heber?
I was just gonna ignore you. No, but not like they're like,
And I ain't even got water in this bitch. Fuck am I drinking it for? Yeah.
dude. I don't have. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I understand.
No, but so it's because I was trying to think of a different. I was trying to say something more about judgment. One last thing. Uh, Chris, you have anything left to say on judgment?
I'm good.
But I don't exactly remember right now what that thing on judgment is,
Okay.
and I don't know if I remember it, and I'm kind of upset that I can't remember it. So
Dude, I hate when this shit happens. It's like fucking early dementia or
Has there
some shit.
been
What?
has there been
I'm just kidding.
situations where this is has it's basically like a lighter day? Night, is that the right phrase to use? Night and day. It's like night and day. Like once you implemented this in your life, because this has tremendously helped me. Like as in, like, just for myself and listening to others. I'm basically asking the question: has this helped you?
oh, for
Fuck
sure.
yeah.
Well, help me definitely, but it kind of started off. Well, okay, so I thought of. I remembered one thing I kind of wanted to say. I thought of back in like I think it was I don't know, statistics class, but we had the substitute, this guy who was the Chiefs, the Chiefs,
Jeez.
the Chiefs, dude, I can't believe we had him when the Chiefs won, dude. That's amazing, dude. They won the Super Bowl, dude. That's amazing.
He's what?
Dude, that was his prime time. And I'm so glad I got to see him during that era. But it's just a substitute we had for a while. Um, but this guy, he was like, I don't, dude, I don't remember what he said, but it made me think about how you don't judge. Or he said some, and it made me think, cause I already I already
He
understood
says
this,
he
like,
says something.
and so this idea of like not judging people steep don't judge steeply, it's like I've already reckoned I dealt with that like my whole life type shit, like, but in this moment I kind of thought of another way to think about it. Was you don't judge a person, or you don't judge a group of people by one person, right, in the group. Like if one person is acting a fool, eh, that's not that doesn't mean the rest of the group of kids are fools, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like just
And,
because I act like this, don't mean they act like this. Like,
and so I it's and then it's immediately thought of analogy to, well, you don't judge a person by one instance of seeing an action, you know, or one instance of your first judgment, you know. You shouldn't like you know what I'm saying. You don't exert any of that, or you shouldn't, I guess, you know.
all right.
Because that's not the whole of them, right? Um, and so it's just kind of like a different scale to be at.
But it makes me think about this quote. I always think about this religious quote of "Father, forgive them; they only know what they know."
Mm.
And we always think that we're conscious and really like we always think that they know what they did to us. Like they fully know like they can fully comprehend the amounts that they are dealing to us. Like we always think, and we can always think that oh they like they should know, but really we really just don't know. Like we don't know how much of an effect we're gonna have on people. We do a lot of crazy things to the world, and they can affect us for a really long time. And we want to get into the
It can
topic of
affect the world for a really long time,
type
forever.
shit.
Yeah, the topic of climate change and
The change of what?
change of the climates.
Climate, folks. Pay attention.
But yeah, I mentioned earlier to these fellas how it's kind of funny how, I guess, in the political view, if you call it climate change, it's like, oh, that doesn't mean it's a good or bad thing. So you know, but so it's like a Republican stance, right? And then if you call it global warming, it's like, oh, guaranteed this is a bad thing, you know. So it's like, because there's debate about um, climate change, but yeah, I just we had a few thoughts, I would say. Uh,
Damn, Skippy.
well, first I kind of want to talk about like CO2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
CO2 use essentially is like what it's affecting the climate. And like I think like I thought of a cool like, in the podcast I listened to today that made me think about all this climate change stuff is the podcast I listened to today, and the guy mentioned your beer bubbles. There's CO2 in there, and a few different other beverages like Coke, but and even that is affecting the ozone layer, and so it's about bringing that down, right? Essentially, right? Um, but it's also it's he mentioned a lot that climate change is not a very simple thing. It's essentially there's a lot of different problems that are affecting, like in terms of like things that people are doing, that like different specters of problems that we can have solutions for, and then in a lot of different areas, because it's a big world, but
can
so
I play devil advocate?
well, we're quitting. I kind of there's a lot more to say on. I will, because innately people think like, oh, just you yourself reduce your carbon output, right? Your carbon footprint, right? You just reduce that as much as you can, right?
Word.
And you get like I feel like it takes a little work to do that most efficiently, to reduce your carbon footprint as little as you can. It takes a lot of work.
Carbon footprint?
Yeah, it's the amount of CO2 you're releasing. essentially by every
Okay.
task that you do. You know, um,
Pass.
it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. But
Yeah,
just because of our
we're
standard of living, you know.
we fucking yeah. Like we fucking that's CO2 release, bro.
Yeah, but just an interesting point is like one of the things that people think I get, but and it does help is electric cars. That like less CO2, right? Essentially, but the reality of it is like the production of electric cars, like at least 50% for most of them, is like or is 50% of the production of a regular car and its entire lifespan. So it's essentially you're still you're still causing a like decent large carbon footprint. And there was a statistic that he mentioned about how 80% of electric car owners have an electric car as their second car, and the statistic also included that they usually only drive their electric vehicle like shorter amount of time than their gas vehicle, and so it's like it's not even being like optimized fully right now, so it's like it's honestly not like making a huge change, but
It-
it's cool. What's up?
Definitely
yeah,
sounds
it
cool
just
as
makes
shit.
you, it just makes you feel good about yourself.
For a lot of people, yeah, maybe for sure, it can. Um,
Like to make the electric cars, we're releasing so much
yeah,
carbon
yeah,
just to make these vehicles.
100%.
So it comes to the the question I want to ask in the devil's advocate.
Mm.
How much do you think global warming or climate change is actually affecting us? And is it something to really care about? It's important.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely important. But is this something we should be worrying about right now?
Um, yes, I
That's
think I
something
think it's
that
something I think it's something we should be worrying about. But there are reasons why we don't worry about it. Like psychologically, essentially, and like statistics based. And it goes with our regulators as well. Is the fact that these things, the benefit in these things is too far out for us to want to make any of these decisions to do it to reduce carbon footprint. But some of this stuff is happening innately. But one of the things that I mentioned is the real way that you can actually like exponentially help the problems, because there are many problems with climate change, is kind of like looking locally and seeing what specific problems you could help with in climate change, and trying to see how you can solve that locally, essentially through whether that be like calling like certain like local representatives, and then either that or like looking even at the engineering side of things. um, Obviously it's dedication, but it's like but that's like the best way to do it, rather than like all the silly, like like you mentioned earlier, you had a point about recycling, that it's like it's basically like like there's a statistic out, it's like whack.
Is that
statistic. What you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, there's like most of recycling, like because like if you put, I'm pretty sure if you put like if you don't use their recycling bin correctly, they're not recycling any of that, bro.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like a lot of people don't use it correctly, and so it's like, damn, that goes to the trash pile now. But it's not
Dang.
even only that. I'm pretty sure there's more factors that I don't know. I'm just assuming because Chris said that the percentage was 8, like 8% gets recycled, and I'm like, that's pretty fucking low. Like goddamn, like
we need to burn all the plastic to get rid of
Yeah.
the plastic, and we can use that plastic burning as energy, and it's cheap.
You know what?
It's
That
good electricity.
I
on
think
on that note
I think
of
that's a
burning
large math
shit,
problem that I wanna see like calculatedly proven, kind of, because it can be kind of like
word. Nah, but on the real though, like It's crazy, right? Because this whole thing, this whole idea, see, we all understand that what we're emitting into the atmosphere is affecting our ozone layers and shit. And so we want to do something about it, right? We all agree that, like, okay, we all agree that we could definitely use a cleaner air, right?
Some countries more than others because they're actually more like affected. But yeah,
Fair
for
enough.
sure.
Hear me out. So,
I just had a
no, you're good, bro. But what's it called? There's these deals. Y'all have heard of it? Maybe not. It's called the Green New Deal, the New Green Deal. Fuck. Anyways, long story short, I know it through Biden. I found out through Biden, the whole election going on, especially in his campaign. He really stressed about that part, about renewable energy, you know, being the main source of like energy. Like he's really striving for that, you know?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about solar later and stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's
all the
one of them.
different and all the
There's solar
different
power, there's
nuclear.
wind power, there's
Yeah.
hydro like water power, like, you know, like water generating power. Like he's really
I'll talk about the
striving for
good
this.
ones again.
Okay, bro. Well, it's like basically, long story short, there's this
Are you
debate, right? And so there's this debate with these two of should we like stick to non-renewable, because there's benefits to having a non-renewable, you know, like profits would be much more greater, like
Oh yeah, I mean
how we're doing right
eventually
now.
I suggest or I you know theorize.
And like investors, bro, you gotta think about the investors behind this shit too. Like they're looking at, they don't
Eventually
really give
they
a
would
fuck how
have
our
to.
environment is, bro. Whichever one is making more money, they're gonna ride with.
That's the thing. Eventually, the profits are going to lead to the renewable resources. Just because, look, the guy, look. He mentioned this in the podcast. These people that benefit off of fossil fuels and stuff, that like especially like I guess prime example Exxon and like gas companies and stuff. They know that like Exxon, fucking this is a prime. Exxon's a prime example. They're the first ones.
Oh, the gas station, yeah.
They're the first ones to find out about the fact that CO2 was causing greenhouse gases and was essentially causing climate change, and they hid that for many years, and you just massively, that was fucked up because they knew that they would fuck up their profits, and but even now today, a lot of these different companies, they know, but obviously it's like it's I think they mentioned that it's not even just money. It's like sometimes a power play. Who knows, man? But I think it's just a bunch of again. It'll be gone eventually. The fossil fuels are gonna be gone eventually. Like,
Eventually, however, I will also add on, though
unless
it's almost like I understand we gotta hurry up and make sure we get cleaner air. The sooner the better. But I will say, bro, we be jumping the gun hella hard, bro, with like cutting certain, you know, oil sources that we have for many years depended on, just completely just cut off completely and expect, these cleaner like ways of going about are gonna like sufficient. Like not every car runs on solar power, bro. Like you know what I mean?
do you want
So
to
you
get
gotta think about the majority of the population that still has to pay for gas, not fucking
yeah
helium to
for
run their
sure, for
cars.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But either way, I do
Helium.
think eventually
Bro,
that's the future. Right now, we're in a different time. But like,
But
yeah.
I feel like to agree with you, this guy in the podcast, I really want to rewatch it to talk about this more
Yeah.
because he did.
Oh shit.
It's like we're getting much better on our climate. We really are,
Right.
but it's a slow rate. Like we're not. It's like so slow that it seems like it's not happening at all. Like the cleanest rivers in America are not even like are clean compared to way back then. But now it's like I forgot which place it was. What was it? There was the most dirtiest river in America, but compare like it's not even that fucking dirty to be honest because all the rivers are getting so damn clean and then everything is getting like gradually better, but it's a slow progress. But to go back on what Miguel was talking about, like we cannot just cold turkey non-renewable shit because we would be fucked. It would fuck up with all of us. And yeah, we need to gradually groove into this and really make a plan, guys.
But that's not what they be doing sometimes, bruh. Sometimes they be jumping the gun, bro. Like when Biden cut out the keys. I think it's called the Keystone Pipeline, bro.
I don't know.
Sometimes,
I don't know what any of that is.
bro, I put it on me, bro. Like that's how I heard it, folks. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, but I didn't really get any idea of what that can be. But
Because right now I don't stand either corrected nor correct. No, but that's just what you know, like it's literally going in my essay due next week, bro.
shit, I gotta work on
I'm writing a fucking paper on this fucking topic that's related to climate change, believe it or not. But yeah, that's definitely my 2 cents on that, man.
Yeah. I mean, but to your point, it's like, I guess, because the last thing I wrote on here was like the point that he made about instead of trying to tackle the hardest thing to do, which is getting everybody off of fossil fuels. That's the hardest thing you could do, is getting everybody off of fossil fuels. Instead of trying to tackle that, it's looking at what policies we have, or like think of what are the policies we have to take and implement, and to work on specific issues, in the space. But yeah.
About space.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It made me think about other planet, but yeah.
Shit. I love planets.
But yeah, he kicked off the podcast with saying, you just gotta view it realistically, and I got that,
Yeah.
Because
to be realistic.
yeah, you just have to view it realistically. Like,
Oh yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Because in the media, it's like we want this, like we want the hardcore turkey.
oh, right.
Oh,
It's like, bro,
okay, yeah, right.
bro, like calm down, like calm down, man. Yeah, like this shit not good for us, man. Like smoke be killing us. Like those fireplaces are really
check the
bad for the
profits.
fucking environment. We made a fire, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a lot of fun making it too.
That was so bad for the environment.
That is very true, but that is just a circle of life. See that those trees
Like,
had
why
to die
why were we made?
because they had to go. You know what
Why
I'm
were
saying?
we made then? Like, I don't. Like, we was gonna do that shit.
Yeah, Joe
Guys.
Rogan was like, no one is out here. It's us. Like,
It's funny.
Wait, what?
Who's not here, bro? Come on.
like no one is biased, so we don't feel we affect the environment because it's like
of
we
the
can't-
podcast.
we can't see our effects on the world because how big the world is
Shit's massive.
to us. Like our campfire affected something. We don't know how,
Yeah.
but it does. Even though how small it is.
It adds on. Damn.
Just be careful.
That's like saying, do as I say, not as. Yeah. Do.
Is there anything else?
But yeah, do that. I look. Fucking better than a hoe right now. But
How do you do that?
you get your index and your middle fingers and you go like that, for those that don't know. I know I had to like low-key get it down and dirty, but once I got it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of clean, huh?
How you do that? This? I can't
Yes.
see my hands. Hold on.
Yeah.
I literally haven't been able to
Watch me also be doing it wrong. Like, god damn it, folks, how do y'all do it?
There's a
Nah,
new
I appreciate
character
it.
in the
Yeah,
Black Panther movie called Ironheart. Like Iron Man.
That shouldn't be. Look at how. Oh fuck me.
It kind of looks like.
Okay, how do you do it?
No más hazlo, bro. Come on.
There you go.
This is it.
I know, right?
Why is Miguel so clean? Where's
I know,
wrong,
dude.
man?
Miguel, I know.
Why is
Miguel's looks so fucking. Well, yours is because you're doing it. Oh, what the fuck? How do you do it? Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, you're doing it like that. You're doing it like that. You have to go like, you have to go
You have to
like,
put all your other fingers away.
yeah, you doing it like that, Chris. You got, yo, put your shit down like that. Yo, Chris, doom. You gonna go doom. Go doom.
Like
Chris,
Chris's
go
has some
doom.
like testicles
You
with
going
his,
like
bro.
this, go doom. Right?
You have to put your other fingers away, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just like that, and then you gotta like
Like
you gotta
that.
like you gotta make sure like Heber got it like closer type. Like mine look like a diamond, huh? Like I look like a diamond, bro. That's crazy. I made a diamond. No, what's it called? But
I got it. I got it.
there you go. You got a little yeah. I got long fingers too, so I feel like the longer your fingers are, the cooler it looks. But like yeah. Like,
No, I've seen some people with small hands, like really small hands, do this shit.
True.
Hold up.
Can't like.
I can't close my hands. Okay, there
Bro,
you go.
we gotta
Okay.
fucking close
It's
this
like,
shit. I'm done, bro. Nah, man. Come on, yeah, I'm done
Like,
with
bro,
this shit.
like my
There.
fingers are cramping up,
This
bro.
is it. I did it. Look.
Bye.
Just close these. Look,
Guys.
boom. Put your thumb in. Boom, like that. Go straight.
Anyways,
Go straight. Curl.
it's not
Boom.
hard, bro.